Okay, let's look at another example. So we have this graph now, and the graph is given to us, the original graph of the function. We want to do the transformation of y equals f of 2x minus 3. Great. So we have to follow the order of transformation. The first thing is that we need to take care of the 2 right here. So, and that is the 2 in front of the x. That tells us that that 2 is actually horizontal compression by a factor of half. Okay, so look at every single coordinates for the coordinates that you do see. So this coordinate 1, 2, 3, 4 for x becomes half. Okay, so this moves this way. This coordinate, which is 3, becomes 1/2. Okay, right there. So that moves. All right, 0 stays at 0. That doesn't change. Okay, so that stays the same. But these guys, the 2 becomes 1. 4 becomes 2. Okay, and that 1/2. So everything kind of gets half. All the x values gets half. Okay, that's the first thing. We know that. All right, so the graph that you're gonna see, just including the horizontal compression. So that is the first part. Okay, we are not done yet, but that's part of it. Then what are we gonna do? It says minus 3. That means everything has to be dropped down. All the y values that you have, the entire thing has to be dropped down by 3 values, by 3. So this coordinate here, 1, 2, 3, is going to drop down. This coordinate there, 1, 2, 3, is going to drop down, and so forth and so on. This is what is happening now. The graph 1, 2, 3 right there. So basically you should have a graph that looks like this. You can get it really accurately. So let me show you the actual graph, and here it is. That's the graph that we have, the same graph as the one that we just got. Okay, much more prettier. Everything else is done. Excellent. Be following the order of transformation. All right, very good. Let's do another one. So now we have the graph of the original function and the graph of the transformed function. We want to know what was the transformation. So we have to come up with the f of x transformation. All right, let's go through it again. And again, order of operation applies. The very first thing you have to do, you have to look at the reflection and or the expansion compression factor. So the expansion compression, I see that there is no reflection. So reflection, so that means that there's nothing there. So that is just a positive value, so that stays the same. All right, it wasn't flipped over the x or y axis in this case. The next thing is the expansion compression factor, expansion compression. And notice that there is a vertical value here. So notice that this coordinate right there from here to here, x value gone up by 1. So this is the 1 unit is gone up by 1, but for the new from here to here is 1 as well, but the stretch vertically by 2, but this is 1. So that tells me that a must be 2. Simple as that. Okay, for the same value of y you get double the value of same value of x, you get double value of y, therefore a has to be 2. Great. So we have, so f of x becomes 2 times f of x. So that's this first thing. The next thing is that what is happening to these coordinates. So choose one of these coordinates. So look at this guy right here. That's 1, 1. And it seems that it has moved to 2. So that tells me that c has to be positive. So c in this case is positive 1. So the way we write it would be, so would be 2 times f of x minus 1, because it's going towards the positive value of x. So that's f of x minus 1. Okay, and the 2 is outside. by the way. 2 is outside. So that's the next case. So notice that this value right there, just one more time, this value there is 2. And then who cares about the y value? But this is 2 some other values. We are interested in the x coordinate right now. Okay? The next part of that is then we're going to deal with the vertical shift. Now the vertical shift, notice that it went from, so this originally was 2, so that means the graph that you will have will go up. So that's the vertical, everything has gone up, right? So this 1 would have been 2 because doubled, so it would have been up here, all right? So that point would be there, and then it would have been like that. That would be the original once you include the 2 in there. So that would be your graph, like that. But then notice that it has dropped down, so it's been moved again. So moved 1 unit again, so moved again this way, here it is. So that is your +1. And then it has dropped. How much has it dropped? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has dropped 5 values for y, or -5. So in this case, you'll have to be 2 times f of x minus 1 minus 5. And that would be the official equation transformation, the function for the new transformed graph. So the final answer will be, sorry, I just ran out of room in there. This would be the transformation that we are doing. 2 times f of x minus 1 minus 5. Okay?